Did it again. Didn't even see this time. Damn it. No mad. I am mad. No mad. What a joke. Yes, mad. Oh, man. This fucking guy. 64. What does a 64 mean? You know, the times I've been kicked in the balls by this guy. Anyway. Yes, hello everybody, and welcome back once again to the Dynasty Hot Seat. It's the only Dynasty show out there that is a certified inferno. And we're back once again with the worst team ever. Ever. Yeah. Ever. Really is. Welcome aboard. Hello. Nice to see you. I'm Mags. I'll be your captain on this journey today. If you are new here, what we do, I've taken on a really shitty Dynasty team. Stick by if you want to see how bad it is. It's real bad. And we're going to fix it. And you'll notice I said we're, not just me, you as well. Hey, hello. Nice to see you. Care to help out? You think you know how to play Dynasty Fantasy Football? Well, why don't you show me? Leave a comment below if you think there's anything we should do to fix this dog shit team. It's very simple. You put it in the comments. I'll try it in the next episode. So in this show, we're reviewing the comments from the last episode. So go catch up. It's a hell of a ride. We're doing a lot better than we were 38 episodes ago, but we're still quite far from the end. So strap in. Let's get going. Let's check out where we left off a week ago. So let's do what we always do, and let's recap on the chat, shall we? This trade went through. Remember, we seen Josh Jacobs on a fourth, for a 2026 first. That went through. George Pickens went on the block. CB's trying to make moves, and yeah, that trade gets processed. Alvin Kamara goes on the blocks, as well as Caleb Johnson going on the block, and so is Jalen McMillan. That's it. That's all that's happened in the last 7 days on here. So not a whole lot going on in the chat. You'll remember we sent out some trades. Let's roll back and check what's happened. You'll notice we've got one incoming. There's one outgoing with Aselmo. I have bumped him to see, what's going on, what's happening. That T. Higgins in a second for Ayuk and Trevor Lawrence. We had sent that out. It's nothing coming back our way yet from Aselmo, so hopefully he'll get back to us really soon. We do have a trade coming in from Nathaniel, and this is what it looks like. We would send a 2026 first round pick and a 2027 second round pick to pick up J.K. Dobbins, Jalen Waddle, and a 2026 fourth round pick. Now, I kind of said, don't love this, but I would pitch it to you guys. But I did go out and offer Nathaniel something else, which he seemed pretty pleased with. So why don't I pull that up and you can decide which one you like more. So this is what I had. I set a screenshot because I don't want to send anything without you guys agreeing. But this is what it was looking like in my head. We would get Dobbins and Waddle and a 27 first, which we love. We would give up our 26 first. This one is belonging to Nomad. However, our arch nemesis. Hate that guy. But unfortunately, his team is quite good. Unfortunately for us, his team is quite good. So I do project that being quite a late 26 first. Then we have a 26 second and a 27 third. Dobbins, I think, is a classic, buy him and flip him. I think he's a good throw-in here, if anything. Jalen Waddle. So here's... How do I best explain it? I would take the 27 first straight up for the 26 first here. I think we're making a profit on that. So that means we're getting Dobbins and Waddle for a second and a third, minus the little, profit we've already made on those first round picks. I think it's a pretty good deal. The only issue is... Man, is Jalen Waddle going to bounce back? I think he's good enough to. And for a second and a third, I think that's a pretty good gamble. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I think it's just about quite nice. I will send it if enough people say. Send it, go for it, etc. Let me know. This will be one of the pinned comments. What do we do with the Waddle and Dobbins and the first trade? I quite like it. If you don't, I won't send it. If you do, I'll fire it. Now, you may be wondering what happened to the Justin Fields trade. Chadley, he's a Jets fan. I was kind of shocked. I messaged him. He'd obviously declined this, and I'd asked, is there a price you have just for Fields on his own? And he was just like, nah, not really. I was like, really? Really? You don't have a price for Fields at all? Seems like a good time to sell, but he's a Jets fan. He believes in his guy. He backs his guy. It's going to be really difficult to get him. So I think we're on a no-go for Justin Fields, unfortunately. So we're going to have to set our targets elsewhere. But it's not going to be on this guy, Anthony Richardson. He was a target we had mentioned in the last show. Enough of you come out and said, no, don't bother going to target Anthony Richardson. David came out and said it. We got OGs like TD and Dylan coming out and saying it. Don't bother with this guy. He's too much of a risk. All right. I know some people were saying go for it, but I think the overwhelming majority was saying pass on Anthony Richardson. So no Fields, no Richardson. Do we want to get a quarterback? Do we want to leave it? Make our 26 picks even stronger? I don't know. Maybe we'll review some quarterbacks before the episode's said and done. Speaking of quarterbacks, actually, I've got Taylor and a couple of others actually in the comments saying we should try and sell Tyler Shuck, who we managed to pick up in the draft. I kind of made a comment in the comments like, do we not want to wait until the season starts and he's the starter where his value will go up? Or do we not want to take that gamble and go out and try and sell him now? He only just went in the second round of the draft. So it is going to be difficult to think that anyone would value Tyler Shuck as a first-round prospect when they had the opportunity to take him as such. However, we can go out and try and find prices for Tyler Shuck if you guys want to. If you think it's better to wait, let me know in the comments. This will be another comment from me. Leave something underneath it. You'll see what I'm talking about if you just look below. What do we do with Tyler Shuck? Do we stick? Do we twist? Whatever you want to do, I'll do it. One of the more talked about comments last week was from Issa, who commented that maybe we want to try to tear down from Brian Thomas Jr., one of our massive assets that we have. If we're going to do that, there are very specific players I think that we should go out and target. I'm seeing guys like Garrett Wilson here. He might be a good guy to target if we want to tear down from Brian Thomas Jr. He could be a great little pickup. Chris Olave is there. He was discussed on the last episode. Now, I did chat to Wanty about Chris Olave. Basically, and I believe we've had this before with Wanty, he is like an ironclad rule that he will not sell players on a dip. He just won't do it. He trusts guys like Olave to bring their value back up. And you got to say, you can't blame him. The entire reason that we want to try and buy Chris Olave is that we believe that his value will come back up. So Wanty's wise to that. So unfortunately, a deal for Chris Olave on the cheap, not looking likely at all, which is a shame. I don't think he's quite good enough for us to trade down Brian Thomas Jr. from. He's not of that caliber, in my opinion, anyway. Let's roll through a Selmo's team. Devonta Smith, not quite there. Ayuk, not quite good enough, I think, to tear down to get a guy like Brian Thomas Jr. There's only a couple of guys I am willing to really lay it all out there for Brian Thomas Jr., to be honest. Nico Collins would be a guy. I did it again. Didn't even see this time. Damn it. No mad. I am mad. No mad. What a joke. Yes, mad. Oh, man. This fucking guy. 64. What does a 64 mean? The amount of times I've been kicked in the balls by this guy. Anyway, Nathaniel Waddle, we're working on. Odunze, not quite at that level yet for us to get rid of BTJ, I don't think. Anyway, does that rhyme? Did not mean that. Sorry, guys. CeeDee Lamb. He would be more of a straight-up trade. I don't think that's a tier down. I think most people have him ranked ahead anyway. Man. Nothing else here really standing out for me. Puka, I think most people will have Puka ranked ahead of Brian Thomas Jr. At least you should. Now this. Now we're talking. Why does the... Look. It looks like he's got like world's shittest party hat on. The little like Cardinals party hat for Marvin Harrison Jr. That's brutal. This interests me. Can we tear down Brian Thomas to get a Marvin Harrison Jr.? Like, could we see if we could get this Jackson Dart? Is that too much? Let's have a look. What does this look like whenever we clip it in? I'm not going to press send. Chill out. I won't do it. Brian Thomas for Jackson Dart and Marvin Harrison Jr. It seems a bit rich. Maybe a bit rich. Does he have a nice tight end? No, he doesn't. Definitely does not have a nice tight end. Anyone else here that we do like the look of? Not really. It would be Jackson Dart. If we could find a way to work out that we got a Brock Purdy out of this somehow, that would be nice. That is another option with Brian Thomas, is we push the wide receivers aside and look for a quarterback, but it's notoriously difficult to get quarterback deals done without sending one another the other way. So we'd have to wait and see. But is this a deal that you would like? Jackson Dart and Marvin Harrison for Brian Thomas. We'd probably have to send something else on our side as well, but that could end up being, hey, Tyler Shough. Brian Thomas and Tyler Shough. We get Jackson Dart and Marvin Harrison Jr. It's not really of a bolstering of value too much for us, though. I feel like we're taking on quite a lot of risk as well. So maybe not. That's not quite right, but Marvin Harrison Jr. would be someone I would be interested in using to tear down from Brian Thomas if we were going to do it. That is a big if, of course, if we were going to do it. Are there any other players that I would be happy to tear down from? Ladd McConkey, he's an option. I think I do like Ladd, but I think with what the Chargers are building, we'll see his use maybe taper a little bit because there's going to be a lot more mouths to feed. Oh, I do really like him. Really do like Ladd McConkey. Justin Jefferson, obviously not a tier down. Nobody else here really interested. JSN, we know CB's not going to sell. He's got JSN in a tier above Brian Thomas Jr. anyway. So that's not going to work. And Bennett, he's got like Williams and Pickens, but not much else. Man, the only one standing out to me is Marvin Harrison Jr. So let me know in the comments if you've got something you think we can make work. Brian Thomas Jr., Marvin Harrison Jr., tearing down, getting Marvin Harrison, plus a little extra on top. Can we do it? Do we even want to do it? Let me know. And let's have a little scroll and see who's kicking about the waiver wire, shall we? We had a little comment from Andy who's saying we should go and try and get Jimmy Horn Jr. Who? Where is he? How many J Horns are there? Joe Horn. No. Two Joe Horns. He's only 27. Jimmy, he is on someone's team. He's on someone's team. Jimmy Horn. He was the guy at Colorado, right? He's okay. He's okay. Like, he's not worth putting a bid in, I don't think. See, but people are talking about Thornton. We'll pick up guys for free, but yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm not paying for guys like this, I don't think. Let's have a look. Who is on the waiver wire? Do you like any of these guys? We got, oh wow, Cole Strout. Ooh, never heard of him. Blake Gabbert. Like, these are, yeah. ADP wise, Cal McCord is up there. We got Curtis Rourke, the Canadian guy. Is that the Canadian guy? Brady Cook is out there. Man, he was terrible last year at Missouri. The year before, I swear to you, he was good. I swear Brady Cook was good. He's probably never going to see the field. But, man, Justin Fields is a risk as well at the Jets. If I tell a story, can I see Brady Cook? Maybe. But, I mean, it's probably not, Rocket Sanders is there. We could go and pick up. And it could just be, Corey Kinnear, just take any 49ers running back that we can get our hands on. That's usually a good idea. So Rocket Sanders and Corey Kinnear could be interesting pickups. Jaquindon Jackson could also be an interesting pickup. He's pretty good hands guy, I believe. No, sorry, that's the Quint Allen. Maybe I'm thinking of. So maybe not worth picking up him. Any other guys that you see here you like the look of? I'm not seeing anybody in particular. We got Brew McCoy is there. We got Kobe Hudson. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. Ja'Cory Brooks. He flashed a bit in college. Ja'Cory Brooks. He's got great size, great frame. Didn't do too much with it, but he's got a bit of something. He's got a bit of something. I'm not seeing a huge amount here, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, or most likely just gentlemen. Yeah. If you see anyone, let me know. here are the people that we could potentially drop. Dalvin Cook from my cold dead hands, we will drop. He's the team mascot after all. But if needed, these guys are our starters, by the way. I told you it was bad. Hey, person at the start of the video who stuck around. Told you. Look who's in a super flex spot. Mike Gesicki. We got Woody Marks and Dalvin Cook starting. So, yeah, it's bad. Mac Jones, Malik Willis, Cooper Rush. He could be dropped, probably. Jarquez Hunter, we drafted. Samaje Perine, Trey Benson, Noah Brown, Jalen Hyatt, Restrepo, Baker, Bourne, Watkins, Tucker, Eovas, Juju. People love Eovas. People love him in the comments. Love it. He's a contender for new mascot. Juju is there. Treylon Burks, the 4th best receiver in the league. Curtis Samuel. Callie Freeman still there. Sorry, Ali. Sorry, I dropped the wrong guy. Noah Fant, Gunnar Helm, and then we got some guys on the taxi squad. We got our 3 first rounds in 2026 with 3 second rounds and 4 thirds and a 4th. We got 2 27 firsts, potentially 3. We could swap over our 26 and 27s, which I would recommend. If you haven't seen any Jeremiah Smith, hello, we want him. If you haven't seen any Ryan Williams, we want him. Arch Manning, potentially as well. So 27's words at, if you ask me. Anyone you want to pick up, though, anyone we should drop there, let me know. All right, let's get into some other bits and pieces. Listener League, what's up? I got 5 leagues ready to roll. Rolling out this weekend. Please keep an eye on your sleeper tab. We're going. 5 listener leagues ready. And if you're in, fantastic. Do me a favor, though. If you haven't dropped your sleeper handle yet, and you're like, damn, I missed a chance, leave it down here anyway. Because chances are there's going to be someone drops out, or people can't do it, or don't accept the invite. And I'm going to need an extra little surplus of names anyway. So if you leave it there, there's a chance I can get you in anyway. So I can sneak you in to a listener league. If there's 12 of them, I'll just make another league. So if I get enough of you, I'll just make a 6th league. Hell, why not? So leave your sleeper handle. If you've done it already, you're in. Don't worry. I've got you. I'm fairly sure I got you. So if you want in and you haven't left anything, boop, below. Simple. Now, the next thing, I've been working on it. Now, I asked you last week, what are we going to call ourselves? The Certified. People loving it. Do like there was a suggestion of Firing Squad, which was quite cool as well. But the Certified, people seem to enjoy it. So, coming soon, here's a sneak preview. I'm a little nervous to reveal it. Here's a sneak preview. We got some merch. Certified cap, printed on the little dad hat there. Quite nice, right? Certified shirt as well. Plain, simple, like not in your face. Hey, look, that could be you. Just quite understated. It's not obvious. It's for a podcast. I know some people like that. A lot of podcast t-shirts and designs just like wham, like in your face. Like it's a bit too much. I quite like something a little bit understated to have. We have more in your face stuff as well if needed. But yeah, this is a very basic certified t-shirt for you to potentially buy. But if you want something more in your face, a little bit more out there, then every now and again I'm going to release special editions. This is an example of a special edition t-shirt. We got our hot seat logo on the front. We got our huge vinyl hot seat design over on the back as well. Wow, look at this anticipation, the drum roll. Look at that. I love it. I gotta say, I do really like it. This is our front. Obviously, this won't be you because it's a woman. And no, I think it's 100% male audience, but imagine. So that was the front. And then here's the back vinyl design for you as well. I think it looks pretty sweet. Hopefully, you agree as well. It'll be available in t-shirts, hoodies. I've got some other stuff in the pipeline. Anything else that you would like, leave a comment. Let me know. If you'd be interested in this kind of thing, that's great. Please don't feel under any pressure to buy it. But coming real soon, we got our certified hat, certified t-shirt, and our hot seat special edition large t-shirts as well. Hopefully you like them. They're coming real soon. Boom. That's it. That seemed like a short episode, right? That didn't take up too much time. Not a whole lot happened, as you've seen in the chat. And there's things that we're still working on. We got irons in the fire, so to speak. Pardon the pun on the hot seat here, of course. Waddle and Dobbins trades. Need to know what you think of that. Tyler Shuck, what are we doing with him? Need to know what you think of that. And of course, Brian Thomas Jr. What are we going to do with that? Along with anything else you noticed, anything you want to say. Do you like the merch? Do you like the idea of picking up anyone off the waiver wire? Do you just want to say hi? If you've been listening for ages and never left a comment, go ahead and say hi. It'd be great to hear from you. And of course, if you want a spot in the listener league and you haven't signed up already, last chance. Literally last chance. This weekend, I'm doing it. So get your comments in. Be there or be square, right? I don't know what that means. Anyone know the origin of be there, be square? I've got absolutely no clue whatsoever. So please remember, leave a comment, like and subscribe to become certified as well. Right. It's that time. It's that time. Do you hear the rumblings? Can you hear it in the distance? What is that noise? Oh, yeah. It's that goddamn dramatic music. Because that only hits at the end of another amazing episode of the worst Dynasty team ever. At least it's the worst for now. But we're grinding, we're working, we're turning chicken salad into chicken. No. We're turning chicken shit into chicken salad. That's what we're doing, not the other way around. We're making absolutely golden moves. Thanks to you in the comments. Appreciate everybody as always. Can't wait to see where we go from here and the moves that we can make moving forward. And just remember that greatness isn't born. It's built. See you next time. Bye.